positive team 2. My name is Michael, and I represent the negative team as speaker 2. According to my dear classmate Christina here, as a general overview, she says that the boy planned the murder of the cat. If you asked for my opinion, I would say this is totally unacceptable. At a young age, only 9 years old, the boy is left in a dark basement alone with only a cat? The boy did what he did because he was scared, lonely, terrified.
Guilty is someone has done something illegal. No matter how old the boy is, he still killed the cat.
The boy accidentally killed the cat by closing the door. The boy didn't want the cat to get out, but the door wasn't shut enough. So the cat wanted to get out because the boy was bullying the cat and being mean to the cat.
I strongly believe that the boy is guilty because the boy hated the cat. Because the boy hated how the cat moved. Think about it. Imagine yourself going into a dark, spooky, and spider-covered basement flat. The worst part is that there's only cat to rely on, which you really hate.
We are going to prove that the boy is guilty of murder. According to the poem, the sentence, "Prickle with sparks dry delights," first of all proves that the boy killed the cat on purpose.
My team is standing here today to support our argument. We strongly believe that the boy is not guilty of murder.
I believe that the boy is guilty. I think this because the boy now sees what he has done is wrong, and the memory will not leave his mind. The dictionary defines the word memory as the ability to remember things and not forget it. This means the boy will never forget what he has done to the cat.
My fellow opponent, Yan, says that the boy will regret.
I'm here to talk about how the boy is guilty of killing the cat. Life is sacred, and no living thing should have their life taken away.
In the fifth stanza of the poem, it said, "Then the boy was suddenly terrified, and he bit his knuckles and cried and cried." This clearly shows that after he kills the cat, he didn't feel happy or some positive emotion, but he felt regretted of it.
According to my opponent, Ryan said, the boy didn't feel guilty, he regretted it, and no one was controlling the boy's emotion, so he was not the only one to blame. He was not under control. But I'm gonna prove that is totally ridiculous.
First of all, you would have to know what murder means. According to the Oxford Learner's Dictionary, murder is defined as the crime of killing something or someone deliberately. There are several facts that prove that the boy is guilty.
In the first stanza, the author puts emphasis on the words "they should not have left him there alone." I believe it means the author thinks that the boy is too young to know that he killed the cat.
My opinion is that there is no doubt that he is guilty for killing the cat. According to Oxford Dictionary, the definition of guilt is the unhappy feeling when you do something you regret. That's definitely not what happened. He's guilty in many ways. For example, he hated the cat. He watched it sit, a buzzing machine of soft black stuff. This line shows that he hated the cat from the beginning. Therefore, he had planned something. He took the stick and he hit the cat. Before he hit the cat, it said he followed the grin on its humid face. That means he was happy torturing the cat and hitting it.
Well, if the boy truly wanted to kill the cat, then he would be laughing his head off, or would be happy. Instead, he cried. He was sad. He was sad because he really felt bad for his mistake. In the fifth stanza, the author is saying that the boy is sorry in the line, and he bit his knuckles and cried and cried. He emphasized the words fear and terrified. These words show the fear that he feels for the cat. And this is showing that the boy feels really sorry for the mistake and is sincerely sorry for the mistake he has caused. Thank you for listening.
It is not appropriate to kill a living thing. Vernon Scannell, the author, came back from war. The war may have affected his mind and heart. In my opinion, the author is the boy, and the cat are the soldiers that he killed in war. The army is mercenary, like what the boy did to the cat. Do you think war is good? Do you think the boy that killed a living thing should not be punished?
Clearly, the way the cat stares at him, its buzzing makes him feel scared or petrified. From my own experience, an eye of a cat shining through the darkness can startle anyone. Therefore, while he was frightened, it was hard for him to understand or focus on what he was doing. Would you want to send a 9-year-old boy to prison, a far worse place than the basement? The boy was wrongly accused of murder, but choose wisely, because the fate of the boy is in your hands. Thank you for listening.
Between a cat or a man, the idea of difference is a human conception for man's own advantage. The boy takes advantage of a situation when he's alone with a defenseless cat, and he commits a hate crime. The evidence presented to you by the affirmative team shows beyond any reasonable doubt that the boy is guilty. Thank you for listening.
Will you still condemn this poor boy, afraid being alone, after listening to teammates' reasons? Thank you for listening.